Hello viewers, my name is Lee Kiodera. I'm a model trainer, a beauty pageant coach. I've been doing this for 23 years. Welcome to Meet the HR.
Amazing. So guys, from that, you can already tell that this episode is going to be one that you don't want to miss. So make sure you tag along with us till the end so that you can get to know more about walking down the road of being a model trainer or a beauty pageant coach. I know you're curious and so am I. So let's dig right into it. Now, Liki, thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you allowing us to actually get to know more about the career path that you chose. Now tell us, why a model trainer?
Growing up, I went to a school where entertainment was key. This is WT High School.
Yeah.
For many years, we represented Nairobi province as the national for dance.
Wow.
Getting into drama in WT, you must be either third form or fourth form. I was able to do it in Form 1 and I became an official in Form 2. I think the only other person who was able to do that is the MP for WT now, KJ. So going into campus,
Yes.
I got me interest. We got into Mr. and Miss University, the pageant. Then a few years we met, when we were in campus we met with a few friends. The now Balozi in America, Big Ted, a late friend, may his soul rest in peace, Kevin Omaji. We started a company called Shilton Entertainment. And while we were doing our business, young guys and stuff,
Yeah.
a gentleman called Dr. Nyamu came in and started bought the Miss World pageants and invited us because we were already doing pageantry in university.
Yeah.
And we already started an entertainment company. So we got into pageantry. And my love for pageantry stuck. So I forgot my marketing career and got into this. And this is what I've been doing for all these years. Almost now 23 years.
23 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
And it is very important to keep on saying and to keep on insisting at Meet the HR that you should follow your passion, right? You went to campus, you studied marketing, but your heart was still in pageantry. And that is what you've been doing for 23 years. And look at you now. That is so beautiful. So this is a testimony that you can actually, you might be doing something different, but you can still pursue your passion. Now, Liki, you've talked about starting an entertainment company, working together with Dr. Nyamu, and you started a pageantry. How did your family or those closest to you react?
By the way, late 90s, 2000,
Yeah.
nobody believed pageantry was a career. Even getting the girls to contest was difficult. People thought career is engineering, doctors,
Yeah, pilot.
pilots, even marketing that we were doing, PR, communication.
Yeah.
People didn't think
It was a thing.
It was a thing. So there was a challenge. How do you go to campus then move and start doing pageantry? I was like, that's my passion. I want to push talent. Before probably at introduction, I didn't say I was named after my grandfather, who was a pastor.
Yeah.
And in the village, pastors were called teachers. So I think I didn't become a pastor, but I became a teacher.
Yeah.
And
You
this
picked
passion
to
has
teach.
grown. I think I picked it from my grandfather. So there was that challenge, but later on they realized, oh, kumbe this is something that would benefit the society, because the guys who went into pageantry, the young people, changed their way of stuff. A lot of people understood what pageantry is all about. Yeah.
Wow.
So there were challenges, yes.
But you were able to overcome them.
Yes.
Like every other challenge that comes our way, we always have what it takes for us
Exactly.
to actually overcome it. So can you describe a day in the life of a model trainer?
There's a thin line between a model, runway model, and a beauty queen. Now, a runway model doesn't need to speak any language. They're like expensive hangers. They just walk
Yeah.
and look nice in those clothes. A beauty queen, and I keep telling my people,
Yeah.
the first beauty queen is found in the Bible.
Yeah.
That was Esther. And what people don't understand, 65% of what is required for a queen is the inner beauty.
Yeah.
When I say inner beauty, is your personality, love, patience, humility, humanity, and all those put together.
Yeah.
So as a beauty coach, you must do a lot of research, find out what am I going to train these people, what am I going to introduce next. It's just like a pastor. Every time you need to come up with something to keep feeding your flock. So, like I said, it's just like a teacher. It's 24 hours of reading and doing a lot of research. Yes.
So that you can be able to impart them with the right knowledge.
Yes.
And I've loved how you said there's a difference between a runway model and a beauty queen, right? And what you're working on is the beauty queens.
Yes.
Now, can you take us through the history of a beauty pageantry in Kenya?
Yes. They say the first beauty queen was Mrs. Madoka. She became Miss Kenya in 1963.
Wow.
And now when you want to understand how powerful beauty queens are, Mrs. Madoka became the first Mzee Kenyatta secretary. Mzee Kenyatta was the first Kenyan president.
Yeah.
And what that does is, we've already done due diligence. So any employer wants to employ somebody with responsibility and stuff, then it's easy to get a beauty queen.
Yeah.
So, and that has gone on through and through. One of the most successful beauty queen was Khadija Adams in 1984. She became Queen of Africa. What happens in Miss World, they have continental queens. They have the winners to number 1, 2, 3, then the queen. This young girl was from a village in Nyeri, went to London, became top 10 Queen of Africa. And she didn't come to Kenya. Immediately she got a job in New York.
Wow.
New York is a home for fashion. They say most beauty queens don't make it at the runway. She was the first and ever. No other African girl has been on the cover of Cosmopolitan.
Wow.
Khadija Adams, 1984, became one of the biggest stock before Kina Iman and Khadija. So then later on, there were breaks in between. Then in 1999, Nyamo got the franchise. He did 4 years.
Yeah.
Then Terry Mungai has been doing it for another 20 years now. So then later on, I think about 10 years, pageantry has grown.
Yeah.
We've seen young kids into pageantry. We've seen now even ladies. We've seen Mrs. Pageant. Now we have married women in pageantry.
Wow.
Before when the original idea for pageantry, the history of pageantry was, like I said, 1951. What Eric Morley thought, the world had gone through painful moments. The World War I, 1914 to 1919. Then Second World War, which ended in 1945. The entire world. Some people don't understand. There are Kenyans who went for the World War, to the World War. So what Eric decided, what can bring the world together in happiness?
Yeah.
Ladies are, there's beauty and there's joy. So that's where Miss World came from. So there was love. He was trying to get the world into love. So then there were rules.
Yeah.
You must not have gotten married before and never given birth.
Yeah.
There was a height size, there was body size and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at never gotten married, somebody's asking, now if I'm married, I can't do it. Never have a kid. It was a responsibility. The reason is, if you're married, number one, pageantry takes a lot of your time. That means you'll forget about your marriage. Never given birth. Probably you will need you more than your kid.
Yeah.
So then we're taking care of the society. So there's no way we're going to get you off a very important responsibility, which is a family. So that's the reason why you could find the original thinking of pageantry was to bring happiness and not at any time affect the way society is run. Yes.
And do you think that when it comes to being a beauty queen or taking the runway, what happens as a model trainer if someone approaches you and you don't think they're cut out for it? Or is it just open to everyone?
Like I said, there are two. There's pageantry,
Yeah.
and then there's modeling. Now, what people don't understand, still till today, they think you have to be a slim, tall girl to be a model. Now, one of the things is you've seen ads, Coca-Cola, Imperial Leather, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They sometimes use 50, 60-year-old grandpa on the ad. That's a model. You have to be a model to Nini. Remember, like the late Papa Shirandra?
Yes.
With the Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
He was a model.
Absolutely.
And I think that year was the biggest Coca-Cola in Atlanta. It was the best ad that year. So again, when somebody comes and they want to be trained, so I advise, you can go in as a beauty queen because you morally look ready to be able to hold that crown. You can never hold a crown and your head is low. You have to be upright. So it means you have to be an upright person. So as a coach, with the interview I give you, I'll exactly see this is ready, prepared for pageantry. Now, pageantry is leadership.
Yeah.
So if you're not able to be a leader, then you can't be able to be a beauty queen. But like I said, a model is an expensive hanger. So it doesn't matter, the size doesn't matter, the character, anything goes.
Yeah.
And that's why you find in the streets of New York, London, Tokyo, those are the big cities of fashion.
Yeah.
They decide this year we're just going to pick that blue-black kind of girl.
Yeah.
They'll go to Southern Sudan in the village and pick a girl who does not even speak English or the national language.
Yeah.
But she'll go and become the best model
on the runway
in New York, in the world. So again, you can never be a beauty queen if you cannot speak the English language or the Swahili language or French and stuff, depends on where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because you have to communicate. In some countries,
yeah,
a beauty queen is next to the president.
Wow.
What they do is they advise the president on humanitarian stuff. I don't know whether you remember.
You have to have the heart.
You have to have the heart.
For the people as well.
Humanity comes first. You remember the Red Cross leader, Abbas, when he was at the top. Every other time there was something that happened in Kenya, you find him, it's 3 o'clock, something has happened in Garissa, you find them.
Yeah.
Something is in Kibera, something in Lamu. What happens, the country gives the beauty queen standby helicopter that immediately the disaster, she's in and pop, and she comes.
Oh, wow.
Because everybody believes with the crown and the sash, she brings joy to the people. So we've not actually understood the power of pageantry.
Yeah.
One of the things probably I would tell viewers, that Miss World and Miss Universe, two of the biggest pageants, are only compared to the opening and closing of the World Cup and the Olympics. The opening and closing, not the in between.
Yeah.
And this come after 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
The Miss World comes every year. That means they're 4 times bigger than this in terms of viewership. So once we understand how important it is, then we're able to either get our kids, our people to be able to participate. It will change their morals, their act in the society, because we train them to do that. But I think a big part of the society judges the model, not the beauty queen.
Yeah, they judge the model, not the beauty queen. Wow, guys, we're getting to learn so many things right here. at Meet the HR with Leaky, who is a model trainer, and I am learning so many things. And you can tell that he's really passionate about what he does because of the information that he's offering, things that date back to the time when he was not even part of this world. So I would also advocate for the same. If you're passionate about something, don't just be passionate and sit on it. You can go and figure out, learn new things so that you can also implement them in whatever it is that you're doing. Now we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back, so don't touch that dial.